Hi everyone, Kennedy here from Our Friendly World, and in this video I'm going to show you how to change colors in your crochet projects. This works when you're either crocheting in the round or flat. The same concept applies. So I'm going to show you two different ways. First, I'll show you the easiest way is to pull up a loop of the new color in your final yarn over of the stitch. So if you're doing a single crochet stitch, you would insert your hook and pull up a loop, and typically to finish this stitch, you would then yarn over and pull through both loops on the hook. But since we want to switch to a new color, we're actually going to do our yarn over in that new color of yarn. So you would just grab that new yarn with your hook and pull it through both loops, and that finished off that stitch with the new color. So the stitch was made in the original color, but now the loop on your hook is the new color. So now that the loop on your hook that's left is the new color, that means your next stitch will be made in the new color. And when I put my hook into the next stitch here to work my next single crochet, I'm also going to make sure my hook is underneath the yarn tail left from my new color. And crocheting around that is going to help secure it into the piece. So I'm just going to pull up a loop and then yarn over and pull through both loops, and you can see that I have now switched to my new color. And if I keep crocheting, making sure my hook is underneath that yarn tail on the inside of the piece, then I've switched to a new color and I can do a whole row in that new stripe. I'm going to go all the way around and show you what that looks like when I get to the end of the round. Alright, so I'm arriving at my last two stitches of the round here, and I'm just going to finish those off in the same blue. I do want to show you that when you're working in the round and you use that method to change colors, you get sort of this offset edge, because when you came all the way around, your new color was not in line with the first stitch of the new color. And that's okay if you don't mind that look on your amigurumi or your crochet in the round project. That's totally okay. I work plenty of projects like that because I know the color change won't be showing in my final project. But I do want to go ahead and show you a second method for changing colors that won't give you such a jagged offset there. Alright, I worked a couple more rounds of blue just so that when we change back to orange it'll be a little bit easier to see what's going on here and we're not getting confused with this color change down here. So for this second method, you are going to finish off your stitch like you normally would. So you're not yarning over in the new color to finish off your stitch. You're going to finish your single crochet stitch, and now in the next stitch where you want to change colors, you're going to slip stitch. So all you're doing is inserting your hook into the next stitch, pulling up a loop, and pulling that through the loop on your hook. So now you've created a slip stitch into that next stitch. And now you are going to pick up the new color, whether that is a new yarn end connected to a ball, or if it's inside your piece from where you changed colors before. You're going to chain one in that new color. So now you have your slip stitch and you chained. So you have a chain in blue, but the color on my hook is orange. And now what you're going to do is tug on this blue yarn to flatten that chain all the way down. So you can see when I pulled on that yarn from the back, when I pulled on the yarn tail for my blue yarn, my chain there flattened down to the piece. And that's what's going to help give us more of that seamless color change. So when you flatten that down, you can then chain one in your new color and then start crocheting in the next stitch just like you normally would. And you can see that when we come back around, that's going to give us less of a jagged edge. So when I crochet all the way around, I'll show you how that looks when I make it back to the beginning. Now that I'm making it back to the beginning, I'm finishing off my last stitch in that slip stitch that we made. And then when I continue on to my next stitch for my next round, you'll see that there's not as much of an offset there. My colors are matching up much better here than they were down here. Down here we have 2 stitches right next to each other that are completely different colors. Up here we have a much more smooth transition between colors. And that is how you do an invisible color change. If you have any questions, feel free to leave them in the comments below. Thanks for watching!